Hi everyone, this is Anna from Astralladytarot, and I've decided today is the day I'm going to show you the rest of my tarot deck collection. In my last video I showed my independently published and vintage tarot decks, and now I'm showing the rest of my decks really. This is the mass-produced, well-known tarot that I have colored in. And I have a whole video about that, showing every card. It was my first video, and so far I've gotten pretty cool reactions about that, and that's one of my tarot decks. Next I have my Wildwood tarot that I've edged. Here we have the Polka tarot. I'm really good at showing cards, aren't I? That I've also edged and backed. Next, my beloved Rider-Waite-Smith, the Centennial version. I've taken off the copyright of every card, which really makes it feel like I'm holding a really old deck. Love that. I think that's all the decks you've seen so far. And I'm going to show you the rest of them, and I think right here I have a row of pretty much Rider-Waite-Smith type decks. Not this one though. I'm just going to put you here. Alright. So next is another Rider-Waite-Smith. It's the Albana Waite. Oops. I love these crazy colors. I have a deck that was printed in the 90s. I got it because I thought it was going to be better than the one that they make now, US Games makes now. And I think it's better because it's not as crazy glossy, but every card is blurry, out of focus, and that's just a shame because this deck is beautiful. On to some more fun stuff, right? I have the Halloween tarot deck that it took me forever this. I have edged in black, and then also I have made all the borders black, and then also all the borders in the front. You can see some signs of wear already, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm going to use this in the month of October, obviously. And it's totally, yeah, it's like a fun deck, but I actually get some great messages from it, so yeah. Can anybody guess what this is? This is another 90s gem, really. I know that if I had the luxury of choosing a tarot deck when I was a kid, I would have chosen this one because of all of the colors, and of course it's the Moon Tarot of Moon Garden, the 90s edition. Don't know why that's important in this case. I think that it's just pretty much the same, but just look at that. Oh, this is a deck that works well for inner child work. Yeah. I have this box for it. The most beautiful painting, and it's just hidden inside. Oh. Okay, so another fun one. And I've trimmed this one. This deck lives in an old iPhone 4 box. Kelly Bear made me do it. I like this deck. I have trimmed it, edged it in silver. It's the Tarot of a Magical Forest. It's really, this is even more child, I don't know. It's just not a very serious deck, I would say, but it is very beautiful. It's the artwork is very beautiful. It reminds me of the art style reminds me of a children's book that I had, because there's a type of darkness to it as well. So yeah, every character is an animal and they all look a little crazy, but just look at this. There are some, yeah, it is kind of dark, and I like that. I read for myself with this. It's just, I don't do deck interviews. I don't remember what it says. I just pull one card as a kind of deck interview. Like, what can I learn from you? That's all I ask, and then I take one card. I had the 5 of Cups, and so I was like, ooh. This deck is just, I don't use it a lot, but it's there on my shelf for when I will need it. Next one. My newest deck. Yes. Made this little back for it. This is the How to Deal Tarot, which is basically the mass-produced Circo Tarot. Haven't edged it yet. I don't really know what I would do with it. Totally not my art style, but I love it. It's very clear, it's pretty, and when I bought it, I needed a summer deck. And this is definitely it. Yeah, so that was a lot of like kitty decks, right? I don't know. Next one. Another pretty new one to me, the Mystical Tarot. This deck is all kinds of crazy. It's in another world where there are like, I don't know, dragons or something. Oh, come on, show a card with dragons. Oh, I'm gonna have to. This deck, I'm pretty sure it's like, it's futuristic and surreal. Look, it's so weird. Honestly, I don't think I've ever done that, but I just wanted to buy a deck that day. And so I bought the weirdest deck I could find. Okay, so the next deck, Small Thought, which was a gift for a good friend, and you've all seen these. I like my greenie, but this is a special one, and it's not going anywhere. Did I show the backs? Totally freaky. So this is a purple card, but in my greenie it's dark blue. I should really make a comparison, I think. I just don't have a good camera. I have another, I believe, Thoth system. Oh, this artwork is so intriguing, and I need to learn more. It's the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. Oh, the colors of this deck, they are just rich purples and beautiful greens, and yeah. Really beautiful. Yeah. Next, I just bought this one because I'm a fan of Alejandro Jodorowsky, and I read his tarot book. Right now I'm reading Psychomagic. It's just so crazy and good. This deck is beautiful. It's just so starch white and so blue and so yellow and so green and so, so when you read the book, it explains what every single line basically in every card means, which is quite wonderful. And why this, for instance, this flower on top is red and yellow, and why this is blue, and even why the lines are going this way in the cups as the water. But that doesn't mean that I think it's aesthetically very beautiful. So I don't know what I'll do with it. I've learned a lot, but this deck might not be for me. Okay, so I'm finishing off with 3 oracle decks. This is a crazy deck. It's actually called Morgan's Tarot because there are 78 cards, but I really don't see how this is a tarot, and so it's an oracle deck. This is 60s, 70s craziness. And I love it more. I love this deck. It's a challenge sometimes to understand what it's trying to tell you, but I am making my own little booklet, which actually I'm going to show you. So, the original little white book wasn't in alphabetical order, and the cards aren't numbered, so it took you a while to find the cards. So I took the little white book to a copy place, and then I copied half of it. And so I had, this is a hard thing to explain for me. So that's how I was able to cut out the text on one side of the page, and then had the other side of the page copied so that I could put that in a book as well. Does that make any sense? Anyway, this is the book. And as you can see, I haven't written down anything next to it yet, but I have some space to just write down what I feel the card means. And so I combine the book meanings with the meanings, the associations that I already have with it. Anyway, I hope that made sense. Next is called the Tantric Dakini Oracle, which used to be the Secret Dakini Oracle. I've made this box. It's kind of collage style. It's called an oracle, but it does have tarot associations. And so I have made it into a tarot deck, but without the court cards, because there are no court cards. There are, however, the major arcana, the minor arcana, and then the past, present, and future card, 3 separate cards, and then no court cards. So this is a crazy psychedelic deck, also from the 70s. This obviously would be the Wheel of Fortune. The major arcana are all, they are numbered and in a way that I understand, and you can see it's a wheel. It's not like I went through the deck and thought, oh, this card reminds me of this card reminds me of this. No, I literally went after the 22 major arcana. It continues, right? Number 23, 24, 25. And I just went in the book. Okay, so they're talking about first suit, for instance, would be air, maybe. So Ace of Air, Ace of Swords, and so forth. This would be the Three of Wands, which I kind of get. Yeah, it was a... But it's a challenge to now see the actual tarot cards and how I understand them in this type of artwork. I don't usually like collage, but yeah, this is just done really well. I think it's just a 70s style, you know. Last deck, Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Now, I was kicking myself for days because I had found a first edition of this beauty. But it never came. It just never came. So I had to do with this horrible cardstock of the new edition. But I'm liking it anyway. It's okay. I like that this deck has a system. I have my little cheat sheet. As you probably noticed, I like oracle decks that have a lot of cards. An oracle deck with only 33 cards, I just don't. I'm just like, why bother? You take one card every day of the month, you're done in a little bit over a month, right? I want like 78 cards, just like the tarot. I like that. It means it has a lot of information. It's not only, you know, you can just keep studying it. That's kind of what I like. Wow, okay. I hope this was interesting. This was just the rest of my tarot decks, and I'm going to walk my dog now. She's been asking for a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and be a good dog mom. And I will see you later. Okay. Fuck. Next deck. Hart. Hey baby. Wil je hoi zeggen? Kom. Kom in. Hallo. Kom op. Kom. 1, 2. Oh, this is my doggy. Yes, this is my doggy. She wants to go out. And we will. We gaan zo uit, oké? Rustig maar. Oh. Ja, ga maar op de bank. Op de bank. Goed zo. Cosmic carrot. A cosmic carrot? Have you ever heard of that? I didn't. So, this is now the Seven of Swords. You done? Okay. Seven of Swords. Which is, you know, about strategical thinking and all that stuff. But also about being honest. And so, are you going to keep fooling yourself with the carrot in front of you like you're the donkey, you know? Chasing the carrot? I don't know, it's a stretch, but this whole deck is a stretch in my opinion. So, I still like it and it's for me, and I'm just messing around with it a little bit. Like it.